Hi, welcome to today's Talk of the Town. I'm Sandy Benson. David Green of Beaufort County Disabilities Coalition and Dr. John Salazar of USC Beaufort's Low Country and Resort Island Tourism Institute stopped by today to describe the reason for the Beaufort County Disabilities Coalition survey. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, thank you.
So, what is the Beaufort County Disabilities Coalition and how did it get started, David?
Well, about 3 years ago, I had been participating for quite some time in the Beaufort County Human Services Alliance, and there's a number of coalitions there focusing on different types of needs in the community. And I thought it would be a good thing to get all the organizations that are working to help people with physical and developmental disabilities together so that we can help collaborate, coordinate our efforts, make sure we're not duplicating our efforts and so forth. So made a presentation to the Alliance, got that up and running back in November of 2013, and we've been meeting it monthly ever since, and we're getting a lot of good productivity out of that, I'd say, where organizations that hadn't been talking to one another much now are, and actually doing some projects together and so forth.
Yeah, which is probably really good.
Yeah.
Who are some of the participants in the coalition?
Well, I represent Osprey Village. We're working to
Right.
develop a neighborhood with a purpose, as we call it, to support adults with special needs. We have folks like Special Olympics, Activities and Recreation, the Heroes on Horseback
Right.
Therapeutic Riding Program, Goodwill Industries, the Beaufort County DSN Board. We've got other organizations like the Action for Autism, and even folks like Aunt Lori's, who provides products made by people with disabilities.
Right.
And again, it's been very good getting them all together in the same room to talk about what they're doing and actually support one another in the different activities we've got.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful. So tell us about the survey that you're conducting now. Why are you doing it?
Right. One of the big things we all talk about when we have our meetings is how do we deal with providing services and with the funding that's available, and what do people actually need, so that we make sure we're targeting those those needs well. So what we've done is said, let's engage Dr. Salazar at the university to be able to run a survey for us of Beaufort County citizens, those who have disabilities or their family members, and just find out what is it they need. Where are they? And well, Dr. Salazar talk a little more about what we're trying to do with it.
So what are you going to do with the results of the survey? How will it work for us?
Sure. Well, right now we're rolling the survey out through specific populations, and then we hope to broaden the survey out to the county, and then utilize those results to bring forward into Columbia. So the results will depict some of the challenges and the conditions that individuals have, or the caretakers have, with individuals that have disabilities.
And what the needs are really that will help those caregivers.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And the other thing we're looking at is what are the age ranges that people are in? Are they in school? Are they out of school? Where are they living now? What kind of services do they have now versus what they really need? And just kind of gauge all that so we can then present that information to our state legislators and agencies to say this is the kind of funding you're going to need to have not only next year but 5 years down the road.
Certainly. And can you share some of your preliminary findings from the survey?
Sure, you bet. Some of the challenges that we're seeing with caregivers is that there's transportation limitations that they have. So they have challenges in a sense of bringing their individuals around to even just to run errands, right? And then what's on the horizon in terms of what the future housing needs are as the individuals get older that need care. What's the preferred housing? David and I were just talking that overwhelmingly there's a preference for integrated community living with support for the individual that has a disability. So that's kind of a neat result that is popping up. So it is a survey that's very comprehensive, but allows us to give allows us a viewpoint in terms of what the needs and the challenges are.
And quickly, how can someone participate in the survey? I know, David, you left some at the store.
Right, yes. If you go to www.bcdcsurvey.com,
and we'll have that on the screen.
Beaufort County Disabilities Coalition Survey is what it stands for. They can take the survey. It is, as Dr. Salazar mentioned, fairly detailed. Probably takes 15 to 20 minutes to complete, but the more detail we can get, the better we can then take that information.
It's obviously very, very helpful to the coalition and the results of the survey.
You can can also go to our coalition website at disabilitiescoalition.org for more information about the coalition too.
Wonderful. David, John, thank you so much for joining us today. Really great information.
Appreciate it.
And we thank you, and we'll be right back with Talk of the Town.